8 and verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins.
Copyright disclaimer. This content does not belong to Bible Chronicles or claim this intellectual property. The content provided today has and always will belong to the content owner. Bible Chronicles does not have any affiliation with the owner of this property. As mentioned, Bible Chronicles did not intend to make use of any material for the purpose of harvesting gain. However, Title 17 of United States copyright law states material and use can only be done when it's for theological or general educational purposes, and thus Bible Chronicles believes that this principal material falls under fair use, which honors protection under Section 107 of the same U.S. copyright.
Yo, no es guerra, es memoria despierta. No son balas, son millones de voces juntas. Yeah. No es guerra, es memoria despierta. No son balas, son millones de voces juntas. Desde el sur del mapa se levanta la palabra. México no es patio trasero ni moneda que se cambia. Mientras uno grita muros, odio y superioridad. Acá hablamos de historia, de pueblo y dignidad. No es improvisada, es mente preparada. Claudia Sheinbaum firme, serena, respaldada. No gobierna con amenazas ni con miedo electoral. Gobierna con datos, conciencia y con identidad nacional. Del otro lado el ruido, el show y la provocación. Discursos incendiarios buscando división. Donald Trump vende enemigos para ganar poder, pero no entiende un pueblo que aprendió a resistir y a crecer. México no se arrodilla, Mexicaco no se quiebra. Aquí cada agresión despierta lo que el tiempo siembra. No nos levantamos con armas, nos levantamos despiertos, organizados, conscientes, defendiendo lo nuestro. México unido, firme y de pie, no por violencia, sino por saber quién es. No nos mueve el odio ni la guerra sin razón. Nos mueve la tierra, la historia y el corazón. México unido, firme y de pie, no por violencia, sino por saber quién es. No nos mueve el odio ni la guerra sin razón. Nos mueve la tierra, la historia y el corazón. Defender al país no es llamar a destrucción, es cuidar su gente, su voz y sus decisiones. No permitir que nos dividan con miedo, ni que nos señalen como problema ajeno. Aquí migrar no es crimen, es hambre y es destino. Y ningún imperio entiende lo que vale un camino. No se defiende a la patria con gritos de sangre, se defiende con unión y memoria que no se vende. Se escucha en el norte, que retumbe en el sur. México no amenaza, pero tampoco pide perdón. No buscamos guerra, buscamos respeto. Y cuando el pueblo despierta, no hay muro que lo detenga. México unido, firme y de pie, no por violencia, sino por saber quién es. No nos mueve el odio ni la guerra sin razón. Nos mueve la tierra, la historia y el corazón. México unido, firme y de pie, no por violencia, sino por saber quién es. No nos mueve el odio ni la guerra sin razón. Nos mueve la tierra, la historia y el corazón. Si atacan con palabras, respondemos con verdad. Si intentan dividirnos, respondemos con unidad. No es levantar rifles, es levantar conciencia, porque un pueblo despierto es la mayor defensa. Aquí nadie se salva solo, eso quedó aprendido. Cuando México camina, camina con millones unidos. No nos empujes al caos, no provoques al país, porque México no olvida y tampoco va a huir. No es guerra, es postura, no es odio, es frontera clara. México se respeta, México se defiende con el pueblo despierto. Si quieres, puedo yo.
aquí. Oye, que estamos aquí. Mírame, estamos aquí. Desde hace rato, cuando ustedes llegaron, ya estaban las huellas de nuestros zapatos. Se robaron hasta la comida de gato y todavía se están lamiendo el plato. Bien encabronados con estos ingratos. Hoy le doy duro a los tambores hasta que me acusen de maltrato. Si no entiendes el dato, pues te lo tiro en cumbia, bossa nova, tango o vallenato. A lo calaboy y bambú, bien frontú, con sangre caliente como Timbuktu. Estamos dentro del menú. Tupac se llama Tupac por Tupac Amaru del Perú. América no es solo USA, papá. Esto es desde Tierra del Fuego hasta Canadá. Hay que ser bien bruto, bien hueco. Es como decir que África es solo Marruecos. Estos canallas se les olvidó que el calendario que usan se lo inventaron los mayas con la Valdivia precolombina. Desde hace tiempo, este continente camina, pero ni con toda la marina pueden sacar de la vitrina la peste campesina. Esto va para el capataz de la empresa. El machete no es solo para cortar caña, también es para cortar cabeza.
Aquí estamos, siempre estamos, no nos fuimos, no nos vamos. Aquí estamos pa' que te recuerde. Si quieres mi machete te muerde. Aquí estamos, siempre estamos, no nos fuimos, no nos vamos. Aquí estamos pa' que te recuerde. Si quieres mi machete te muerde. 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 Te muerde, te muerde.
Los paramilitares, las guerrillas, los hijos del conflicto, las pandillas, las listas negras, los falsos positivos, los periodistas asesinados, los desaparecidos, los narcogobiernos, todos los que robaron, los que se manifiestan y los que se olvidaron, las persecuciones, los golpes de estado, el país en quiebra, los exiliados, el peso devaluado, el tráfico de droga, los carteles, las invasiones, los emigrantes sin papeles, 5 presidentes en 11 días, disparo a quemarropa por parte de la policía, más de 100 años de tortura, la nova trova cantando en plena dictadura. Somos la sangre que sopla la presión atmosférica. Gambino, mi hermano, esto sí es América.
Aquí estamos, siempre estamos, no nos fuimos, no nos vamos. Aquí estamos pa' que te recuerde. Si quieres mi machete te muerde. Aquí estamos, siempre estamos, no nos fuimos, no nos vamos. Aquí estamos pa' que te recuerde. Si quieres mi machete te muerde. 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 Te muerde, te muerde.
El autor viene a decirnos con mucha firmeza y gran convencimiento lo mismo que nos decía en el siglo XVIII el barón de Holbach, ¿no? Un filósofo francés de origen alemán. Si nos remontamos al comienzo, entonces hallaremos que la ignorancia y el temor crearon a los dioses. La fantasía, el entusiasmo o el engaño los adornaron o desfiguraron. La debilidad les rinde culto, la credulidad los conserva, la costumbre los respeta y la tiranía los apoya para que la ceguera de los hombres sirva a sus propios intereses.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. All righty. I think it's working. I think the sounds are good. Give me a moment. Give me a minute. Let me get my personal background going. I always play like flute, native flute stuff. Oof, hold on a second. Let me say what's up first. Serpiente, I think. I don't even know how to. Serpent, I think. Good to have you, bro. Güero Cubile 13. Good to have you, man. I think you're new. Never seen you here before, but gracias, bro. Thank you for stopping by. What up? Will be revealed. Good to have you here, brother. Good to have you here. So in case you guys don't know this, this is 3, basically part 3. Okay, so we did Hidden Secret 1, Hidden Secret 2. This is the end of like what the whole point was. Okay, and I want to pretty much get to the facts automatically, without a doubt, without hesitation, because a lot of our gente doesn't really know this about our people, bro. You know, our people don't really know this shit. Like for example, nobody told us why we're called Mexicans, and I'm not talking about the other bullshit stories that you guys have ever heard. You know, so Mexican, Mexica, I'm talking about the bloodline that is in this continent before all these strangers showed up. Okay, nobody told us why we called ourselves Mexicans. And I was looking for the book, and I think I have it. I don't know. I'm just kind of, lucky on that, I think, hopefully. There was a book I had showed you guys before regarding how people named ourselves after the leader. MESHIACHA, something to that effect. Okay? So, we're going to go fast. I'm just going to shoot you guys links, material, books, proof that what I've been sharing with y'all is no yoke. All right? The first book we're going to look at, let me get this going here. Let's see if this is the best link to use. Yeah. Let's go here. Okay. So let's get going, man. This is going to be good. I really like this because I'm bringing out all the ingredients that label you those people of the Most High, of our Creator. He gave us a distinction through our diet, clothing, folklore, history, rules, laws. Seriously, family. And I'm going to show all that to you. So anybody that claims, otherwise, okay, well then debunk the shit that I'm bringing out. First and foremost, let's get going. This book we have here called, it's a polyglot grammar of the Hebrew, Chaldea, Syriac, Greek, Latin, English, French, Italian, Spanish, and German. Okay? So just to be mindful, I think brother said this. He said, I didn't know Iraq had pyramids. I'm going to ask my Iraqi friend. They definitely do. That's why I put from Egypt all the way through Mexico. If you look at the migration of our people, you will find out distinctively that wherever you saw these particular pyramids, you were dealing with that, right? Right? India, Iraq. In Iraq, they would call them ziggurats. Ziggurats. Como cigarettes, ziggurats. In Iraq. In India, I forgot what they call them, okay? But you can see that there's a similarity between these three. Obviously, you have the shape of a pyramid. Yeah, it's obvious, but right? Anyways, let's get going, man. Let's get going on this part right here. Which one was the page again? Shoot, I forgot what page it was. Hold on, family. I had it written down. I thought I'd put my notes on that. Yes, I didn't. We are going to go to page 203. Hold on a second. 203. Oh, 203. All right. So in case you're new to my channel, or I should say our channel, because a lot of several brothers and sisters have been following this channel for a while, so I consider it ours. You're going to find out that everything that I talk about, I share regarding the books, where I get the sources from. I don't ever just make up shit. Like I don't do that. I don't move that way. I don't really know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? I just, it's like I've always believed I'd rather know the truth than sit on a lie. Okay? So this is page 202, and he's going to reference somebody, but I thought it was important. Instead of looking for that actual page, I just go right here. It says, the Indian language and dialects appear to have very form and genius of Hebrew. So all of you guys that claim we never went anywhere else, we were always here, you're basically saying we had no connection with any other human being. Yet it's completely normal for humans to migrate. We migrated here first before anybody else. That doesn't take that away. That doesn't take nothing from you. Then it says their words and sentences are expressive, concise, emphatical, sonorous, and bold, and often both in letters and in signification, synonymous with the Hebrew language. It is a common and old remark that there is no language in which some Hebrew words are not to be found. Probably Hebrew was the first and only language till the distant of times and place introduced a change. Well, we know from scripture that that was the first language. And then soon followed, after the Tower of Babel, a mixture of others. The accidental position of the characters might also coincide with some Hebrew words in various dialects without the least intention, as true pronunciation of the Hebrew character is lost into considerable degree. It is too difficult a task for a skillful Hebraist to ascertain a satisfactory identity of the language between the Jews and the American Aborigines, because obviously they're not speaking original Paleo Hebrew anymore. The people now, they were doing Yiddish shit, okay? And it says, much more so to an Indian trader who possesses but a small acquaintance with the Hebrew, and that acquires this by his own application. However, I will endeavor to make up the deficiency of the Hebrew by plenty of solid Indian roots. Okay? So here he's starting to pretty much mention certain words that have a Hebrew tongue pronunciation. For example, Nahuatl, like Nahuatl in the language Nahuatl, it's almost the same as the creator's name, Yahweh, and just put the at the end. Nahuatl, Yahweh. It's no different. Okay, I'm going to get into other examples too. We're just getting going. All right, so you guys, by all means, please get this book. You can, read further into it. I just want to get started and give you guys important pointers so we can, lead us into, hold on, let me take off this message. So we can lead us into the way. What up, Chris? Good to have you, bro. So we can lead us into this way. All right, so then the next one we got here, hold on. Let's just get through it, man. Just going to get through it, okay? Here it goes right here. Let me open up this one again. Hold on. Where was it? Boom. All right. So now we got, I believe this one's in Spanish. Ligeras observaciones, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the observaciones al curso elemental. All right. We're going to go to page 100. And I want to go fast, family, because it's these are tools that you can yourself, or was it this information that you yourself can examine. You don't got to believe me. Just fucking download the book and read it yourself. I'm just giving you important pages. All right, and it says here on this book, and let me read it again. Let me read it to you guys. Hold on. Oh, let's see where you at. Hold on. This dies away. Oh, shit. I passed the intro? There it goes. The book is called Ligeras Observaciones al Curso Elemental de Historia de la Lengua Española. Okay? All right, let's go to page 100. Oh, I went too far. Give me a moment. Let me get to it real quick. All right, page 100. It says here. Desde los primeros días de la conquista del Nuevo Mundo, se dijo que los indios americanos
judiazaban que sus lenguas y dialectos se acompañan en su mayor parte de voces hebreas. So what these conquistadors that first showed up, while they were trying to Christianize them, right? They would notice that the language and dialect had some Hebraic pronunciation to it. Alguien se ha avanzado a afirmar, según refiere Sobrón, las lenguas americanas, que el idioma de los aborígenes de Cuba era hebreo corrompido, so broken Hebrew. Y Fray Juan José Bautista, he said that in Latin, llamado un tulío mexicano, creía firmemente que el hebreo y el náhuatl son lenguas hermanas. Now, these are people that were there at that time. They were there at that time. Right? To do what? To supposedly conquer. But then they're finding out, like, yo, these people, man, shit. They sound almost Hebraic. And the language Nahuatl, it sounds very similar to Hebrew. There's like basically sister language. No participó de tan exagerada doctrina, pero sí me llama la atención que el idioma de los aztecas, como se enseña don Francisco Fernández y González, los lenguajes hablados por los indígenas. That's a book, okay? So here's another book in Spanish. You guys that do like to read. Los lenguajes hablando por los indígenas del norte y Centroamérica. This is a book by Francisco Fernando González, okay? It says, presenta notables analogías con el hebreo en la formación de los plurales, en los prefijos pronominales y en el futuro del verbo sustantivo. Más aún, he says, no falta quienes aseguren que el pueblo carió, pristino poblador del actual territorio del Centroamérica, es probablemente el pueblo civilizado más antiguo del mundo, el cual tuvo al Egipto por colonia y fue quizás la cuna de la humanidad. So you see how they're really, the people again that were studying what they were finding, they saw a relation between them and us. You understand that? A relation between them and us. Okay? Let me get this one out too. This one's called, here, I'll give it to you. Hold on a second. It says here, Noticias Americanas. Hold on. Noticias Americanas, entretenimiento físico histórico sobre la América meridionas y la septentrional oriental, comparación general de los territorios, climas y producciones, yada, yada, yada. All right, 1792. Mind, hey, by the way, I haven't even read the year those books were printed. Okay, this one's in 1792. This is not in 2004. This is not no AI book. This is not no colombiados funkadelic shit. This is none of that. This is no wobbleism, stupidity. These are actual books that have been here longer than a lot of us have. Longer than wobbleism has been here. Okay, saying these particular things about our people. You're going to go to page 323. Hold on. 323. Give me a second. Here it goes right here. 323, sobre el idioma de los indios y juicio del modo en que es regular que se poblan las Indias, okay? It says, es opinión muy válida entre las personas eruditas, meaning Europeans, okay? So it's a very valid point, a very valid opinion or theory, right? That these Europeans believe. Que poseen con perfección la lengua quechua, traer algún origen de la hebrea. So basically they're saying that the Quechua language has a very similar, or at least its origin from Hebrew, con la cual le hallan mucha semejanza por aquellas palabras en que la Sagrada Escritura se conserva de esta, y siendo en la pronunciación, en el sonido iguales, no dejan de ser bastantes las que se notan con este íntimo semejanza. So they're like, we're listening to them pronounce words and it sounds Hebraic. De suerte que juzgándolos por el principio, no admita duda guardar entre sí muchas consonancia, sorry. Resta saber si el significado que tiene en el hebreo o la hebrea es con precisión al mismo que en la otra. Porque las palabras de la Sagrada Escritura que se llaman en la quechua son por lo común aquellas en las que los intérpretes no se han hallado conformes. Excuse me. O que no les han podido encontrar la inteligencia que les corresponde. No siendo extraño que en él lo uno se parecen sin suceder lo mismo en el significado. Right? Let me just skip that real quick. Sería precioso que los sujetos instruidos en la quechua desde la infancia, que la hablaban y entendían toda su fuerza por seres naturales como el mismo indios, poseían el hebreo antiguo con la misma perfección, y entonces podríamos hacer la comparación de una con otra. So basically they're saying that by the time they got to hear it, it was basically broken Hebrew. So he's like, if we would have spoken to the original, like the children raised in the language, we would have heard the actual Paleo Hebrew being spoken. Right? That's what he's saying. Y entonces podríamos hacer la comparación de una con otra. Y por la semejanza de algunas frases de la expresión y de los nombres de las cosas, vendrían en su conocimiento de la igualdad que conservan entre sí. O tal vez no sería difícil darle la interpretación que se requiere a las que se mantienen en obscuridad en el hebreo. So then he goes again, comparing words. The Hebrew language to the Quechua language. Again, comparing words. These are people that were there. They were listening to our gente and they're like, yo, man, this shit sounds very familiar to something else. There's another book here called El Pueblo Hebreo. All right. And again, I'm just giving you material because I've gone extensive on this topic. But today I'm going to give you the info quick so you can, take your time and read it. El Pueblo Hebreo por Julián Rosas Delany. Okay, 1908. All right. We're going to go to page 14. We're going to go to page 14, okay? Let's go right here. Page 14. It says, pero si esas filiaciones son ingeniosas, no lo son menos las que corresponden a las lenguas quechua y aymara, que proceden del hebreo y del caldeo. You see that? So the Quechua language, the Aymara language, proceeds out of the Hebrew and Chaldaic or Chaldean language, Aramaic. Así resulta al menos en muchos vocablos que tienen idénticas o análogas significaciones, pero por no fatigar al lector me limitaré a pocos ejemplos. So he's giving us a couple of examples. Los vocales México, Perú, cacique, sinato, canoa, macana, ana y racha vienen de los hebreos masi para, I guess. And it says aucatín, masi es para, aucatín sinael, canón macha, ana y racha. Tupac viene de Topa y Tobi, familia de Israel, the book of Tobi, basically. Y a los lectores que observan que uno es Tupac y el otro es Tobi, contesta el autor que mudarse la O en U fue muy fácil. So Tobi or Tupo. Again, these are people that heard the language. Now, again, what was the point? The point was the name Mexico. The name Mexico. It says here on this, it says the word of Jesus in original Aramaic. The word of Jesus in the original Aramaic is detailed biblical and historical account of the original message preached by Yeshu MESHIACHA. Oh, shit. Now it got interesting, isn't it? I hope I have the book.
MESHIACHA.
You see that pronunciation?
MESHIACHA. MESHIACHA.
Right? As Jesus is known in his own Aramaic language. So basically, it's anointed. The word is anointed. You understand? The word inspire means to breathe into. Jesus was inspired, of course, by the Holy Spirit. In Aramaic, Christ is MESHIACHA.
MESHIACHA.
You see that? Kind of like this right here.
¡Viva México, cabrones!
Which means anointed with oil. Do you guys follow? It means anointed with oil. MESHIACHA. Right? Let me see. Hold on a second. Let me see what we got here. I'm trying to open this link. Is this in here? Oh, they closed this link. Nah, they closed this link. Man. Oh, that sucks. They closed it. They used to give you access to like read the book. I don't think they do. Hold on a second. Let me see if they do. Do they? Give me a moment. It'll take too long. I got too many pages open. Matter of fact, let me close some of them, okay, so that it doesn't slow down the link. Okay. Matter of fact, you know, let's just move on from that one because I cannot find the Historia del nombre. ¿Dónde está la historia del nombre? ¿Dónde está? Where's the link at? Where did I put it up here? Oh, I know what I did. It's over here. Okay, so this other book. All right, so we're going to go to this one now. Again, I'm going fast, fam, so, you know, forgive me. I'll try to read your comments if you guys are making some. The book is called by Gutiérrez Tibón, Historia del Nombre y de la Fundación de México. Okay? So this is basically like the different theories on where the name came from. But we're going to go to the you know, facts. Sometimes I think our gente is afraid of even being cared for, man. Like, it's almost as if you don't want God to favor you. You know what I mean? It's as if you, I don't know, a lot of us maybe didn't get love from our parents, and it's true. You know, our parents had it hard. They didn't really have time for all that. So here we're going to go on page 97, capítulo tercero y etimologías de México. Okay? So here's where you guys can pretty much start reading so you can get an understanding. But again, I'm going to get to the point. All right? Going to be on page, I believe, 102. All right? So that's the city there, right? We see the river, the lake, I'm sorry. Okay? All right. Now it says here on the bottom, México, nombre hebreo. Do you understand that? México, nombre hebreo. You understand that? Entre las 70 versiones sobre el origen y significado de la palabra México, 11 las hacen derivar del jefe de la peregrinación, fundador de la capital azteca o numen tribal, dice Motolinia. Su principio Dios o ídolo tiene dos nombres. Conviene saber Huitzilopochtli y el otro Mexitli. Now, let me continue because we're going to touch on that book too. Demostraré en el 5º capítulo que el hebreo o numen opónimo de la ciudad de la creación y a posteriori, fenómeno universal. Dice, antes de evocar las interpretaciones de Metzin, Meshitling o Meshitl, o Meshitli, Meshikli, o Meshitli, Meshikli, Meshichin y Meshitzin. Recordemos el pretendido origen bíblico judíaco del nombre, sobre todo de la estirpe, escribe Fray Diego Durán. Okay, so watch what he says. Para que aclare la manifestación. Shit, man, what's wrong with me today? Para que aclare y manifiestamente se vea, quiero que se consideren los ritos, las idolatrías y las supersticiones que tienen. El ir a sacrificar en los montes, debajo de los árboles sombríos, a las cuevas y a cavernas de la tierra. El encender y quemar incienso. Toda ceremonia judíaca de aquellas 10 tribus de Israel. Y lo que más me fuerza a creer que estos indios son de línea hebrea es la extraña pertinacia que tienen en no desarraigar de sí estas idolatrías y supersticiones, yendo y viniendo a ellas como se ve de sus antepasados. So here, Fray Durán was talking about how our gente would be very, to the T about sticking to, the practices, the burning the incense, the sacrificing, stuff like that of animals. Because he didn't say sacrificando gente. Durán esperaba encontrar la prueba de la identidad de Quetzalcóatl con un misionero hebreo o cristiano. Un indio viejo afirmaba que pasando el Papa por Ocuituco les había dejado un libro grande de 4 dedos de altos, cuanta Fray Diego. As he says, so basically he's saying that their leader left them a big thick book, and it's a scroll. It's about 4 fingers thick. So this scroll is a long history. Movido con deseo de haber este libro, fui a Ocuituco y rogué a los indios con toda la humildad del mundo me lo mostraran. Me juraron que habría 6 años que lo quemaron, which is more likely su marraga, lo cual me dio pena porque quizás nos diera satisfecho de nuestra duda que podría ser el sagrado evangelio en lengua hebrea. Do you understand what that is? So their scrolls, our historical books, things that really, really connected us to our history, right? They got rid of that. So he was like, dude, I was hoping to see if I could find that because it may just be the original Hebrew, tongue. Now, this guy here, Motalonia, right? Let me see, do I want to skip it? Let me see, hold on. Let me see if I don't want to skip so much. Hold on a second. Where are you? What's his name? Motoliana. Okay, so watch this. So here's what he's saying, okay? So this guy, Motoliana, this is his book, okay? This is his book, Memorias del Fray Torobio de Motoliana, manuscrito de la colección del señor Don Joaquín García. So on page 53, right? Is it this one? Oh no, hold on. Wait. Hold on. No, this is not. This is the book that I'm looking for, fam. But this is not the page. Hold on. He said in chapter 5, right? I think he said chapter 5. Hold on. Capítulo 44. Damn it, man. I'm going to touch on this book later, but I was. Hold on. Is it here? De cuando se puso el principio sacramento. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find it quickly. Mexico. Let's see. What? Okay, that's not it. Fudge. ¿Cómo celebran la Pascua del año diverso? Hold on, let me go. Oh, wait. I remember these pages. La ofrenda, Taxcala. De enfermo de indios tienen buscar convención. Conservan buscando convención. No comido shoot. I'm mad. That sucks. Come on, let me go back a little bit. Because I think it's before. It's talking about the name. Okay, so let's see. Son de money diversas del color especial. Hold on, sorry. I'm trying to read this fast. Shit. Shoot, man. Let me see, maybe. Nombre. It only shows the pages. That sucks. Okay, so in this book here that he referenced, 268. Hold on a second. Maybe I can find it on the bottom. What a dummy. Page Montalini 143. I think it's page 143. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, that's what he's saying. Let's see. Oh, let's go back. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Here it goes. Okay, so here goes. Oh man, thank you so much, Father. So here is that book that he's talking about. This guy was, around that time as well. It says in chapter 53, page 143, ¿Por qué causa México se nombró por dos nombres? Right? So now he says, México, según la etimología de esta lengua, algunos la que querían interpretar fuente o manadero, y en la verdad, en aquello y alrededor de ella hay muchos manantiales, por lo cual parece esta interpretación no ir muy fuera de propósito. Pero los naturales, meaning our people that were here when they first showed up, when these foreigners first showed up, invaders, goddammit, pero los naturales dicen que el nombre hebreo, que el nombre de México trajeron sus primeros fundadores y se llamaban Meshitli o Meshiti, y aún después de algún tiempo los moradores de ella se llamaron Meshili o Meshiti. Este nombre tomaron ellos de su principal dios o ídolo, el cual tenía dos nombres. Conviene saber, Pushli y el otro Meshitli. De este Meshitli se llamaron Meshiti. Meshiti, local al sitio o pueblo pusieron nombre Tenochtitlán, porque ahí hallaron que salía de una piedra un árbol con su fruta. So here we're getting an actual historical proof, right? Not what you've been told by some dumb camps, some BHI telling you that el nombre de México es el ombligo. Don't call yourself that. They're taking the power from you by telling you that. That's really what the case is. You cannot deny the material that here it says. Los fundadores, los primeros, se llamaron, tienen el nombre de su ídolo. So basically, anointed. Y'all were anointed, considered. Now that's probably far-fetched for a lot of you. That like, nah, bro. That self-esteem. You know what I'm saying? Because it really is, fam. I think a lot of us don't have the, like, it's like almost like we don't want to. Man, what the hell, bro? Come on. It's almost like we don't want to embrace the potential that, that somebody cares for you. Shit, I don't know how else to put it, man. It's just, to me, it kind of blows my mind that we could be so insecure about it. And I don't mean no ill or anything negative by that, family. You know what I'm saying? But I do know that our gente has been spiritually destroyed. And when we share this information to, a lot of our gente, when they're like, nah, it's almost like they don't want to believe it, bro. It's like it's as if you're too embarrassed to sit in the front seat. You know what I mean? Now, this is Psalms 2:1, but we're going to read it in Spanish, okay? I want to point something out. Verse 2:1. Is it? Oh, no. Verse 2:2, sorry. ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde está? Wait. Here we go, right here. So here's what we're going to look for, okay? So the verse goes, well, you guys can read Psalms 2:2, okay? I'm just going to get to the word. I want to just get to the point of things. Ungido. Ungido in the concordance H4899. Ungido Mesías, ungido persona consagrada el Mesías. All right? So now we're going to get into the actual detail here. So you see this Mashiach. Mashiach, kind of like this.
MESHIACHA.
Right? So check it. Gets even more interesting because if you start looking at like particular pronunciations, MESHIACHA or MESHIACHA, right? Now, we're gonna get to it. Watch this real quick. Anointed, MESHICHA, right? Mashiach. Watch this. And it's, kind of like the words keep changing or as time goes on. So we're gonna start here. Mashiach or Mashiach, Mashiach, Messiah, Messiah, MESHIACHA, Mesihi, Mesiho, Meshiach. Then it says MESHICHA. Then it says MESHICHECHA, Meshiki. Then it says what? Meshiko.
MESHIACHA.
Hold on a second, bro. That's just the name. I'm barely giving you the name. I haven't even gone into everything else. And by the way, fam, I just want to give you a warning. My son, a lot of you, well, you that know me, he's got autism, and he's had a very difficult day today. So if I have to just stop abruptly and I gotta go, it's because of him. All right. So please don't think that just in case, I'm just giving you guys a warning because I that's why it took longer to do the live. I was gonna do it earlier, but he was just not well, man. If you guys can put some prayers out there for my household, that would be appreciative. Okay. Let me see what you got, brother. I feel like the way that Esau's been holding us down for all these years really put a toll on bro. Hold on. Bro, you're on point on that, and that's that spiritual self-esteem. Like I posted something earlier today, and I actually found it. I saw it somewhere. Somebody had shared it on another channel, and then I said, you know what, bro? That makes perfect sense, man. Because quite frankly, I had posted this here, and brother of VTC, if you were listening, maybe not. He says decolonize the mind, right? I like that. So I thought, I'm not going to copy his stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm like, decolonize your spirit. Why? Because check this out. Never follow a leader who is more in love with power than his people. I said his people, right? That's why, like, I made it an effort to make sure that not to merchandise of my gente because I'm sharing this information. A lot of people do that right now, fam. They want to teach you about indigenous revolutions, but at the same time, they're charging you for it. Hey, you do you. But that shouldn't matter. You should find a way to take care of your family and then make time to share this information to our people because this is real good food. There's no amount of money that can pay for this. Like there's no value in this. This is like priceless information. We're talking about your heritage, your name, your foundation, your root, the love that you yearn for, right? That you give to your children that you probably didn't get from your parents. That's why when I share, bro, you are special, you guys are like, oh, I don't know. No matter how fucking tough you are, how gangster you guys have been, As long as once I share this with you, all of a sudden, you're not worthy. You're internally, a lot of you guys feel like you're not worthy. So no, you don't want to accept this. You don't want to believe this. You know, that's what I find. And it's sad because, I mean, shit, man, you're all over this place. Like, seriously, you guys are all over this place, bro. If anything, I'd be like, wow. There's another book we have here. Analytical part of the Principle Hebraic, okay? So we're going to actual, pronunciations. Page 21 talks about MESHIACHA. You see that? Again, I'm just getting to the point, fam. I'm giving you guys ammunition. Or not even that. I'm giving you food for the spirit. MESHIACHA, anointed, him of anointed. Family, man, seriously, bro. Like, y'all are special people, family. That's why we love our family, our kids, our moms, our dads, our sisters. A lot of us, maybe we didn't have a good relationship with our father, and we end up regretting that experience, bro. And we try to do everything we can to like make up for it, maybe through our children. If you guys are actually like listening to this channel, been listening to this channel, and you believe what I'm sharing, you believe in what the scriptures are talking about being born again, repenting, you know what I'm saying? Cleansing your spirit and your mind. If you want to get to know the Most High, get to know yourself, because the Most High dwelleth in you. And that's a fact. Let me play this video, and I'm going to continue with it, okay? Because this is, again, prophetic, fam. This is prophetic.
Y que han permitido, mientras al pueblo nos han marginado, nos han arrinconado. Y ojalá que todo aquel que lo escuche, que sepa que no sigamos de agachones. No seamos cobardes, no sean sumisos. Como mexicanos debemos luchar lo que es nuestro, defender lo nuestro. No nos dejemos y no nos conformemos con un trabajito que nos den las empresas. Tenemos derecho, tenemos dignidad y como tal debemos defenderlo. Por eso estamos aquí y nos sumamos a esta causa. Porque México es primero, porque nuestra familia y nuestra dignidad es primero.
Pues viva México.
¡Viva México, señores! ¡Claro
¡Viva
que sí!
México!
Así es, compañero. Buenas tardes.
Who are those people that's going to purify this land? How are they going to do it? So they explained to me, we have a gourd rattle that we still use in our ceremony. And that gourd rattle represents the world. On one side, this figure is on the drawing. And another one is on this side. There'll be a gourd rattle. We still use them. But one old man told me, take a look. Whoever has this symbol in this world going to shake us up 2 times. And it just came to me quickly. And I wondered, what nation have someone something similar to this one? Because they will be very intelligent people. They're going to produce many inventions of all types. They're going to be so powerful that they're going to use that to shake us up real hard. And they're going to almost destroy themselves. But later, out of it, a new generation is going to rise. This time they will know what to do in the right manner, for the right purpose. Then around it, there's a sun symbol. Those people are very intelligent people that have that symbol. They have produced many things, invent many things. And they become powerful. And they also shake us up 2 times. Second time, with the help of another. These 2 have shook us up 2 times real hard, warning us. And they almost destroy themselves. But out of it, a new generation is coming, stronger, much better equipment, everything, powerful things going to be developed by these 2 people. Then the third one that will finally bring about purification of this land in this continent would be a man with red cap, red hat, or red cloak. Now, we do not know who that nation is or what people, but they say those people will have a large population, and they will also have much scientific inventions of all types. Very powerful nation going to be. So once he starts moving, these others 2 will join him with all their power and might. The 3 of them are going to come here quickly together, and nothing can stop them. This time they're going to come right here. They say even they're going to come here so fast they come here for breakfast. Now this is nice clear day today, calm, everything nice. Tomorrow morning maybe we get up at breakfast time, then the whole sky will be darkened. Old man said, I don't know will cause a darkening of the sky. Then he said the people will be raining from the sky. And in one day, they're going to get control of this whole continent. And they're going to cut us up into 4 sections. And they're going to look for a leader that still remains, a native leader, still remaining to the spiritual path. And to him, they will gather people here to him. And they will say, now these people, I gave them the religion and the duty to produce things, to invent things, and to become popular people. When they came here, what have they been doing to you? Now, suppose he was the last chief still remaining in this area. They will ask him, and they will say, well, those people have destroyed my people. They have taken care of and taken everything from my people, land, rivers, and hunting rights, and everything that I used. They just took it away from me against my opposition. Then those that have done that, what we call purification, would be the real wicked people. People who have taken advantage of them in that manner. These figures had no heads on them. That will be their supreme punishment. Because right in daylight, right in public, they're going to weed out those bad people and they're going to chop their heads off, they said. And that is what they said will happen. That's first punishment. Then they say, what about these people here? And he will look at them and said, well, at least they make an attempt to help us. They did try to do something to help us, protect us. And they will pull out all those people. They will know you can't get away. They said they'll have some means of catching you. And they will bring those people. There'll be a lot of those people. Then they will say, look, you have disturbed this land, life, these people. You have polluted their rivers and land and everything. Now you go and clean it up. And whoever survives out of that will be able to stay with the leader here. Then they will say, what about these people? These people have really suffered, been persecuted and laughed at. They've been punished and they've been beat up also because they really stood by me. And they will pull out those people and they will be brought to him and they will be respected. That is what they said will happen at this period by the people that has this symbol and man with red cap and red cloak. They will come from each direction, from sun, where the sun rises. And they will come here quickly. And they will have something to paralyze all man-made machinery. Everything come to a standstill. All power will go out. All man-made machinery will come to a standstill. And we will be helpless when they just come and take it over. And this is what they will happen to by those people that are coming from each direction. Now, if those people are commissioned by the Great Spirit to do that for the Great Spirit, if we can't clean it ourselves here, and if they fail, then the Great Spirit said there are another people coming from west direction. They'll be coming here for a long time. They're just taking this time. Slowly they're coming and building up more power, more people, more invention, and all that, and they just kept coming. If these people doesn't come here to purify this for the Great Spirit, then this one will come. And they said, when that happens, don't get them on the housetop and watch, because those people are coming from the west direction. There'll be millions of people coming up on the west coast, like ants crawling up on the land. And they will have no mercy for anyone. They'll be very cruel and severe. They're not going to ask questions. They're just going to whip everything as they come. They're going looking for someone that will hold on to this spiritual path here. They're going to do that. This is what they said is going to happen. So there's 2 purifiers on both sides are coming to this continent here where we started from. And we came back. We just about to destroy ourselves, mess it up. We can't straighten ourselves up. Then these purifiers will have to do it. This is what they said will happen here. So whoever comes out, then we will meet the Great Spirit. But if not, if no one listens, then these elders, religious men, will go down into the kiva, go through a ceremony. Then they go over a prayer to 4 corners of this earth, to the above and to the below, and said, all right, none of these, my children, my people have listened to me or helped me. Now you take over. That's when the cloud will rise like this. Lightning will strike 2 or 3 times all over this land. Like the old people said, if you have light power line in your house now, that power is going to run in and just blow up everything in it. And everything is going to happen when that lightning strikes. And so that's why some of these traditional people don't want power line into their village yet. They don't want to put it in their home. And then they also don't want running water inside of the house, because that's going to be so polluted one of these days. And that's going to be affected in some way when white man or whoever has the power, like the goat full of ashes, which you now interpret to be hydrogen bomb or atom bomb or whatever bomb they have now invented, so powerful that once that hit someplace, it's going to pollute everything. So these are the things that I explain clearly, and I can't really go into all that detail, but it brings up to date what we're facing today. I've seen many things happening along this line now that it's being fulfilled. So they told us, go as far as you can to explain some of these to as many people, because there is still a faith by our elders that someday our white brother somewhere or somebody's going to realize it or hear it and understand it, and they're going to search and they're going to find out this is true. They're going to start going around to try and correct this before the people has come.
So as you can see, this type of information is not given just to anybody, bro. You know, we have a very particular type of spirit, and you should start valuing yourself for that. You know what I'm saying? Your kids too. The Coming Mexico, printed 1913. We're gonna go to quick intro real quick, just as a reminder. Remember the name Mexico, what it means, anointed. The name Mexico was given by the Spaniards to the whole region occupied by numerous tribes who called themselves collectively Mexica. Okay, which is collectively Mexica, the plural form of the singular Mexicat or Aztecs. It should be noted that strictly when transliterating Aztec words, the letter X and or J ought to be given the vocalic value of the English sh, sh. Therefore, Mexitli in Mexico would properly be pronounced Mexitli and Mexico. Do you understand that? And we read earlier, Mexico means anointed, Messiah. So you guys are named after Messiah, anointed. It doesn't take an astronaut to figure that one out. You know what I'm saying? And family, I gotta actually help. My daughter came in here. Shit, man. Hold on. Let me see what I can do real quick. Let me see if I can at least do this so I can continue the topic. I don't want to drop it because this is the last one. Look, if I can come back, I promise I'll come back, fam. Okay. But at least in the meantime, if you guys haven't seen this video, okay, it's going to cover a lot of what I'm saying. All right. Forgive me again. I'm not trying to do that. I just, my son's not doing too well right now. And, you know, give me a second. Hold on. So. Yeah, I don't want to just stop right now. All right. So I'm going to come back in and out, but it's pretty much some topics. I do have some extra stuff to add. Okay, let's continue. I'll be right back.
And it shows the R1B of where that region originates, like where they majorly populated. Now it says here that they come from that region, Euphrates, the same area that we just looked at in regards to, you know, the map, the video. Then it says, pobladores principales de Tehuantincillo. Esta rotunda afirmación descansa en un hecho científico. Los idiomas quechuas y aymara provienen del sumero y del asirio. Okay, so it says that my tribe, my bloodline, my DNA comes from that region based on the way that they speak. And I'm just noticing the DNA concept and where they say R1B is from. And I'm showing you where I'm from, where it says I'm from. And why do I know these things in the Bible? I'm not no agent. Okay, I wasn't no scholar. I didn't go to college. Just one day, the Most High said, boom, that's it, done, wake up. That was it. If you believe in the Bible, then you should know what I'm talking about. Then it says, patentizado el estrecho parentesco de ambos grupos lingüísticos, el asiático y el americano. Un reguero de luz ha disipado las obscuridades, brumas del pasado. So it says here, la unidad de expresión del pensamiento conservada después de tantos siglos con como han transcurrido desde que los hombres de la Mesopotamia inmigraron a América, ¿sí? No ha podido ser por su naturaleza un hecho aislado. Ha debido traer consigo identidades y semejanzas en la creencia y costumbres, en los conocimientos y artes de esos pueblos, capaces por sí solas de revelar su común origen. Por más que hoy los contemplemos separados por la inmensa cuenca del Pacífico, sin saber aún cuándo ni cómo pasaron de un continente de oro. Okay, so now we have an idea of Aymar, right? It goes right here. A las lenguas quechua y aymaras proceden del hebreo y del caldeo, same region where that comes from, all right? And it's just, I'm just throwing you real quickly that tribe, quechua or aymara. It says it again right here. And if you guys really want these books, just hit me up later. I'll get them. Trust me, I'm just going kind of fast. La misma pista sigue en un tal Rudolf Falk que en su opúsculo. I think that's Latin. Las lenguas índanas o andinas, en su relación con el grupo lingüístico semita, hace comparación entre el aymara y quechua y el hebreo, de las cuales lenguas son y relativamente sorprendentes. So una vez más, So once again, dice aquí, aymara, el día, hebreo, la luz, quichua, pakar, la mañana, hebreo, boker, la mañana. I guess the words, what they mean. En aymara, uro equals el día. Hebreo, la luz. Quechua, pakar equals la mañana. En hebreo, boker, la mañana. You see that? So that's very, is that, what is it? Oh, shit. Oh, man. Oh, my God. What's the damn name of that tribe? Oh, shit. I'll remember. It's a Caribbean tribe, bro. I can't remember the name, man. Here's another one. It says here, el doctor Pablo Patrón dice también que las razas quechua y aymara han fundado una civilización en las yunares del Eufretes. Entonces, todos estos rastros prueban que los indios ni son oriundos del Perú, como sostienen muchas personas, llegando a asegurar que han brotado de la tierra, como los hongos, like the natives here. Like, oh, we've been here 50,000 years already. Like, bro, what are you, like, just fucking herbs that just came out of the ground? No, come on, bro. You came from somewhere. And if you want to use the scientific concept of where you came from, well, then you're going to have to embrace the Siberian shit that the Wobbles use. But then the Wobbles need to all shut the hell up, because if they're going to embrace the Siberian shit, then that's going to mean that they're Africans. You get what I'm saying? You're toast. It says, más aceptable sería la procedencia israelita de los indios. All right, so again, this is just an idea of the word, but we're going to continue. So you're wondering why I say what I say, or what I do, or why I eat, or whatever. Hey, man, well, it's in my DNA, bro. That's why I know what I know. This is from another book here, just to make it real quick. It's a really nice one. It's called, let's see, El Pueblo Hebreo, por Julia Rosas Delany, okay? Let me just go to page 14. Dice aquí. Ni el Cusco, la brillante corte de los incas, se escapa de estas filiaciones filológicas. Yo he presumido que trajo su origen de la antigua ciudad de Osca, de Aragón, o de Andalucía, y así como Osca se llama luego Huesca o Huesca, mudando la O en U y se añadió la G. Así en el Cusco se añadió al principio la C y los indios hablaban con perfección y le llamaban Costco. All right? So it says here. Pero sí estas filiaciones son ingeniosas. No lo son menos las que corresponden a las lenguas quechua y aymara, que proceden del hebreo y del caldeo. ¿Ok? Así resulta al menos en muchos vocablos que tienen idénticas. So in their pronunciation of words, for example, los vocablos México, Perú, cacique, sinato, canoa, macana, ana o raca vienen de los hebreos. Un ejemplo, masi, para. So for example, instead of México is masi. Instead of Perú is para. Instead of cacique is acautín. Instead of sinato, it's sinail. Instead of canoa, it's canon. Instead of macana, it's maca. Instead of ana, is ana. And instead of raka, it's raka or ruach maybe, or raka, right? Now, check this out. Hey, Tupac, Shakur, anyways, I'm not going to say that because, you died. But I was never your name. So stop lying, man. My mama told me I was Indian. Shut up. Tupac viene de Topa o Tobi, familia de Israel. Y a los lectores que observen que uno es Tupac y el otro Tobi, contesta el autor que mudarse la O en U fue muy fácil. We can see some real things. Here, even in this book, here, right? Es claro que mediante él no sería imposible hallar profundas analogías entre las lenguas y aún los dialectos del Nuevo Mundo con los de todas las naciones sin aceptar los pueblos bárbaros de África. If you guys looked like Africans and you were here, then they wouldn't have said that shit. So let's begin. Now, brothers and sisters, I know you guys understand this, man, and you probably think this is a joke, but let's begin, man. So we're going to go to, excuse me, I'm going to talk about some franjas, fringes. So you guys know where to find this one? Pretty simple. It's not a difficult thing to do. All right, let's go to number 15 real quick, in case you guys don't know. Check this out. Now, Wabos, how come you don't express this? Just once the BHI told y'all and shit. But we had it in our custom for a long time. Here in Numbers says, and I won't read too much, just for the sake of time. It talks to the children of Israel, and the Most High bids them to wear fringes upon the borders of their garments. Okay? Fringes on the borders of their garments. So keep that in mind about the fringes on the borders of their garments. We understand that here in Mexico, or at least in the Centrals, we have fringes, or at least we have something called rebozos, like a traditional Mexican garment. Now, what is a rebozo? Here, I'll give you guys an example of what a rebozo is. And again, we're going to go into, you guys say you Wabo say you're the original, and now you say you're Hebrews too. Okay. Let's see if you show this. Rebozo mexicano. Okay. Rebozo mexicano. You see this, family? Rebozo mexicano with fringes. With fringes. Now that is in our clothing. Okay? Also, or even these right here. Check this out. Huipeles, sorry. These right here. Boom. Look at that. Now, some of them have more fringe than others. Typically, they traditionally don't anymore. But I'm sure, and I'm very sure, that after some time, they stopped putting them there. But you could see the fringe and the garments and the colors going across at the border of the garment. The Bible said, put a ribbon of blue on top of it. It definitely told you also to put fringes on your clothing. I don't know why it took me there. You see the fringes. Huapilis. Okay, now, again, we're going to go through some of these things to see if you in here too. This is a Latino America clothing. Look, I don't ever, I've never, ever, ever have seen like people like that. And yeah, como, you know, like all of that stuff and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean, bro? So that's Guapiles, again, family. It's not difficult. You know, I think we understand that part. Now, one thing that I want to show you. Let's move on. And I'm going to come back to it too. So we have something called cilantro. Now, Wobbles, I know you just don't know this. You just don't know this. So look, here's the most beautiful part. So cilantro happens to be corndor seed. Okay? Now, you're probably wondering, like, well, what does that mean? What does that do? Well, we are very familiar with cilantro and corndor seed. Okay? We are. I don't know about you Wobbles. Now, you're saying that you guys are the people up here. Are you saying that we stole this shit from you too? Give me a break. Give me a break. Exodus 16:31. It says here, and the house of Israel called the name thereof manna. It was like the corndor seed. Oof. White. And the taste of it was like wafers made with honey. So as you can see, the corndor seed, if you let it grow, it is a plant like cilantro. Okay? It's here clearly that manna looked like corndor seed. And it tasted like wafers, kind of like tortilla in a sense. Now, I've seen tortillas, in case you don't know. Check this out. Tortillas de cilantro. See that right there? Tortillas con cilantro. Right? Now, the Bible says that corndor, I mean, it's in there. Bitter herbs and spices. Corndor is a bitter herb, in case you don't know. In case you don't know. So now let's go to another verse. Because manna here is described as like a small corndor seed. And it yet, you know, it says being pale yellow like, right? So the obviously when you see the people getting together, they would ground it together into a flour. And then they would do what? Boil it maybe and make tortillas. Or like say they would bake with olive oil as well. Now we know that corndor, as we've seen, comes from it's cilantro. Now, my understanding, and thank you, brother, for helping me for this knowledge. Thank you, brother. You know who I'm talking to. Comes from the Corundum sativum plant. Okay? Now, this plant is a very, very popular plant amongst our gente, among our people. You telling me we stole this shit from you too, Wabo? And somehow, some way, it's in the Bible. So we're going to steal it from you so then we can claim that we're the Hebrews at the end? Shut your ass up. The manna, Numbers 11:7. The manna was a corndor seed. The color thereof was a color of bethyllium. And the people went about and gathered it and ground it in mills and beat it in a mortar and baked it in pans and made cakes of it. Now, in case you guys don't know, our people have not stopped using mills, mortars, or baked or being, made on pans, right? Now, in case you don't know what one of these mortars are, it's like here, I'll show you. Concordance. Let me see the mortar here. A mortar, right? Or a mill. A mill is a millstone, a pulverizer, so to speak, right? So let's see if I can get it in Spanish. Spanish 8. Números 11:8, el pueblo iba y lo recogía y lo molía entre dos piedras de molino, o lo machaba en el mortero, o lo hervía en el caldero y hacía tortas con él. In case you guys never had any tortas, bro, like, you know what I mean? Gorditas, güey. Y tiene el sabor de tortas cocinadas en aceite. En aceite. Okay? Now, in case you guys don't know, let me show you guys something. What is a millstone? Millstone. All right. A millstone is this right here. It's like a grinder. You know what I mean? 2 rocks, right? The old traditional way. You see that millstone with the hand, right? You spin it around. Okay, like that. You put the stuff in the middle, and then you just spin it around. You know what I mean? You spin it around, right? Okay. Well, think about this for a second. Watch this. Metate. Boom. What is a metate right there? It's the same concept. You see that right there? It's the same concept. Now, this one happens to be flat. This one happens to be round. The concept is two rocks, two stones put together and ground, right? This is how you make the dough. This is how they broke down and maybe ate manna. The seed would fall. They would pick it up, chop, ground it, and make stuff out of it. Corn or seed. Cilantro is really good, family, in case y'all don't know. It's very, very good. Now, think about this for a moment. How in the world, Wobbles, how in the world could we steal this shit from you too? Make it make sense. Now, I know I'm hurting some people's feelings. You know what I mean? And I know, and by the way, if you guys are typing in, bro, don't worry about it, man. Oh, don't worry about it. You guys are good. Go ahead and I'll read it right now. Give me a second. I just want to get to this. What? Quiet, dude. Come on, bro. What's going on with this thing? It's not letting me function. Let's see here. Hold on a second. It's funny. Okay, here it goes. So if you're saying we also, we stole everything from you. We stole your food, we stole your clothing, we stole your language, you know what I'm saying? I guess, you know what I mean? I guess we stole this shit too. So I'm going to show you guys this way. It's a very nice book. The Aztec Man and the Tribe. Okay, it's a short book. I have the hard copy, but it's been ripping on me. So I was forced to use this here. But I just want to show you an example. And again, what better way to show people who you are than by showing who you are? You see this? Metate, right? Right? The Aztec kitchen. The left, the woman grinds the corn. At the right, the woman shapes the corn cake. Tlaxcalli. In the center is comal or metate, on which corn cakes are baked. But that's not all. Now, check this out. Egyptians making bread from a mural at Thebes and dated 1900 BC, I'm sorry. The meal is ground in a stone mortar, and the unleavened bread, which is corn, is baked on a flat oven. The baked bread is illustrated in two circles. Now, why is it saying that? Why is that in this book? Because of this. The same thing. You see the mortar? You see hanging on? You see this matete right here? You see this comal right there? The Aztec girl being instructed by her mother in the art of making corn cakes. She grinds on a stone mortar. The circle in front represents the baking device. On the wall are the baked cakes from the Codex Mendoza. Isaiah chapter.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
You know what I'm saying? What's up? That's what it is, bro. Casquille, bro. Damn it. I should have looked in there. My bad, dude. My bad, bro. That's what it should have been. That's what it should have been. My bad, dude. My bad. The Assyrian belief also shows them wearing bolsters and feathers. Yep. I think I have it, man. I think I have it. The Maggie's two pyramids Polaroids is similar to the Caribbean Arwagua. Ooh, I want to see that picture, bro. What book is that? Hugo, you know what? Those pictures that I have, I was kind of on the fly. If you really want that info, you see the email on the bottom. Email me, and I will dig the names for you, bro. Promise you. Go to pass on the cheese. Give me the. Gotta pass on the cheese. All right, so then we get to see Kumal or now you're probably wondering like, well, is that in the Bible? Yeah, it is in the Bible, dog. It's in the Bible, dog. You gotta have fun with this, bro, because if it's yours, you gotta have fun with it. Leviticus 6:21. Check this out. Check it. In a pan it shall be made with oil, and when it is baked, thou shalt bring in it, right? And the bacon piece of the meat offering shall offer in a sweet savior. So now, if you look at it in let's see this translation here, because I have it in a different one. Let's see, it is be mixed with oil. Let's see, 6:21. Let me see. Yeah, It is to be mixed with oil and cooked in a griddle and then crumbled and presented in and pleasing to the Lord. I'm sorry. I was looking at something else too. Here it goes right here again. Cooked on a griddle. Leviticus 7 and 9. I think that's 2 right here. Leviticus 7 and 8. The skin of an animal offered as a burnt offering belongs to the priest who offers a sacrifice. Every grain offering that has been baked in an oven or prepared in a pan or in a griddle belongs to the priest. So what's the griddle? What's a griddle? Let's see what a griddle is. Griddle in the Bible. What does a griddle look like? That right there. See? Un comal. Just like that. Un comal, please. It's not complicated. It's not complicated at all. As a matter of fact, it's not complicated at all. And why do you think when you go to Hosea 7 and 8, it says, the Lord says, the people of Israel are like a half-baked loaf of bread. What? Am I looking at that one? Ephraim is a neutered bread and a griddle. Oh, it's translated different. Ah, I see. Que chistoso. Yeah, caked in the earth. Yeah, interesting. All right, so now let's move on. Oh, hold on a second. Griddle from the Middle East. The griddle from the Middle East. Oh, shoot. Wow, man, come on. Damn, bro. Y'all getting cut. Too bad. But that's like TJ shit right there. You know what I'm saying? It's heavy duty. Now, you guys wonder about carne asada? It's in the Bible too. What are you saying, Wobbles? You guys saying we stole that shit from you too? Are we that good, man? Are we that good? Exodus 12 and 8. It says, and they shall eat the flesh the same night, roast with fire and unleavened bread. With sour herbs, they shall eat it. Or if you want to do it this way. And they shall eat the flesh at night, roast with fire and unleavened bread and bitter herbs, they shall eat it. So you get roast like fire, and you roast carne asada, and then you know what I mean? You eat it with unleavened bread, meaning like a flat bread, like a tortilla, and then you put some, pico de gallo. You know what I'm saying? It's not complicated. And in case you guys don't understand what unleavened means, here, I'll help you. Unleavened is what? Let me see if I can do it here. I'll show you something. Because we don't lie in this channel, and we prove everything. Facts tell, stories sell, man. Come on, bro. Why you computed with it? So let's go to Exodus. Exodus 12. All right. We're gonna look at some concordance real quick, bro. Let's educate ourselves real quick here. So we got unleavened bread, right? Unleavened. Let's go to concordance H4682. What does it say?
Strong's H4682. Matzah.
Say that again, man. Say that again, my brother. Say that again. Say it out loud. Say it loud for the people in the back.
Strong's H4682. Matzah.
Masa. Cakes. Like how they say it in Puerto Rico and the islands, they call them pasteles. Unleavened bread. In case you didn't know that. Okay. Check this out real quick. Let me show you a picture of, give me a second right here. Boom. So we have the concept of corn, the origins of agriculture. When hunter-gatherers abandoned their nomadic life. Now, the R1Bs were considered hunter-gatherers too. And here we see the corn is a big deal. And you know what's also interesting, family? The turkey. The turkey. Oh, that's going to be a good one too. Oh, and you know what else is in the Bible? Cactus is in the Bible. Oh, you can't mess with me, bro. Y'all, you guys have no idea what the hell you woke up. Y'all done pissed me off. Listen, just the way I've been decimating BHI, I'm gonna decimate Wobbles. I'm gonna take your spirit and make sure you shove that shit down your own throat. Forever fucking with our culture. Forever thinking this was your shit. Excuse my language, by the way. 2 Samuel 17:28, it says, brought beds and basins and earthen vessels and wheat and barley and flour and parched corn and beans and lentils. Beans. When in the world, or are you trying to say we stole that from you too? Is that the case? Is that the bottom line now? Is that what we're going to come to? So far, I've given you guys, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things in the Bible so far representing who you are. Okay? We got beans here now. Now let's move on to something else too. I know this is probably going to catch you guys off guard, but check this out right here. Genesis 11:5 says that we remember the fish we did eat in Egypt for not the cucumber, the pepins, meaning the pepinos. Or the pepinos is cucumber. Let me see. Hold on a second. Let me read it this way. We remember the fish which we did eat in Egypt freely, the cucumber, the melons, the leeks. That's like the end of the onion. As for the green color, the onions and the garlic. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, so now, in case you guys don't know, this is ceviche right here. And you're like, nah, there's no way. Yeah, yes way. Yes way. So it says, we remember the fish, right? We ate freely. This is fish right here, okay? We remember the cucumber. This is pepinos right here, okay? We remember the melons. This is melones right here, okay? We remember the leeks. Well, in this case, we might have made some adjustments because we're now using cilantro. Partially looks the same, or leeks gives you that herb taste. And then it says, and the onions and the garlic. So some people use garlic on ceviche and some people don't. I personally do. Ceviche de melón. So once again, we remember the fish. We did it freely in Egypt. The cucumbers, the melons, and the leeks, and the onions, and the garlic. Another beautiful thing that the Most High has done for us is the concept of, let's move on now, because I'm just kind of, hitting points. I'm hitting points. The concept of harvesting. In case you guys don't know, harnessing the power of indigenous knowledge in the regenerative agriculture. Harnessing the power of indigenous knowledge in the regenerative agriculture. I'll read a little bit. It says here that the understanding and essence of indigenous wisdom, the embracing holistic ecosystem management, right? The building traditional practice of modern regenerative agriculture. You see this right here. This was something our people knew what to do, how to do. Because we understood that based on we understood it. We were taught these things, and it's also in the Bible. You see, there is a system and a process of how you grow. Like, for example, here, at the heart of the indigenous knowledge system lies a profound understanding of the interdependence of all living entities and the importance of nurturing the importance of nurturing a harmonious relationship with nature. Indigenous practices such as agroforestry, intercropping, and rotational farming naturally embody the principles of regenerative agriculture. These methods showcase an intrinsic respect for the natural world, honed through millennia of careful observation and adaptation of the environment. Now, you guys are like, well, what? Okay, I'm going to show you. Thank you, bro, again, for these verses. Let's go to Exodus chapter 23. It says 10 and 11. It says the laws about the Sabbath and festivals. The 6th year thou shalt sow thy land and gather in the fruits thereof. But in the 7th year, thou shalt let it rest and lie still. This is where you go, the concept of rotational forestry. So you let one section of the earth rest for that whole entire year. On the 7th year, and you grow somewhere else. This is already pre-planned, right? So you don't actually go empty 1 year. You're already planning the other land for that year, for that vineyard, because again, we have a method of harvesting. In case you guys don't believe it, you need to study your people. Do you guys understand that? I know it's probably, well, it is legal, but Semilla was created by raza. The actual bud, not just because they said it in movies and shit. This was real stuff. Anyways, let's continue. Leviticus 25:3, it says this right here. The 6th year thou shalt sow thy field, and the 6th year thou shalt prune thy vineyards and gather in the fruit thereof. And it talks about in the article regarding vineyards too. But in the 7th year thou shalt be, its year shall be a Sabbath of rest unto the land, a Sabbath for the Lord. Thou shalt neither sow thy field nor prune thy vineyard. We understood these things. We understood these things. We know that during these years of rest, that produce, right, was also to be shared with the poor, the servants, strangers, hired men, livestock, all kinds of things. We were given these instructions from the beginning, family. That's why when you read Leviticus 19, 23, and 24, it even tells you that in the first 3 years of letting the tree grow, you're not even supposed to eat the fruit. You don't even like pluck it. You let it fall on its own. You trim it when needed, but you don't do anything. It's uncircumcised. On the 4th year, you offer to the Lord as a thank you. On the 5th year is when you technically offer to yourself and to the Most High. You enjoy the 6th year as well, and on the 7th it rest. You see what I'm saying? That's why it is important to gather everything on the 6th day, which is like a micro concept of the 7th day rest. The same concept with the earth. Why do you think the Most High sees, or at least has always explained, that we are like trees? We are like trees. Let's continue. Let's go to another topic. Now, I know that you guys probably don't know this, and there's a lot of pushback. I've seen it before with the whole Las Lunas stone. You know what I'm saying? And I never really put too much emphasis on it. This one right here. Give me a second. Right here. Like they scraped the top off now, right? Most people don't give a shit about it. They don't believe it. Especially natives here that they don't believe in the Bible. They hate the Bible, right? Especially them. No, that's not right. It's been debunked. Yeah, sure. Okay, so you believe you've been here for thousands of years. You were a bug, but you're not a Siberian. That's not what you are. Right? Yeah. So both of you guys are playing this stupid game. None of you guys are really being honest with yourselves. That's the problem with y'all. Because you don't know where to turn. You trust the white man too much that your science doesn't give you the answers. So let me give you a little bit of the answer. It was prophetic. Woe to the Chaldeans, because they were going to be building on our land. Take these nations, take the spoils, and all the remnant shall be left, right? Because thou, Habakkuk 2:8, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of the men's blood, and for the violence of the land of the city, and all that dwell therein. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the powers of evil. This is why the 13 colonies expanded. He didn't stay where he needed to. Now, this is the important point. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people. and has sins against thy soul. So now check this out. For the stone shall cry out of the wall. For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam of the timber shall answer it. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establish a city by iniquity. You can take it for a grain of salt if you like. But Habakkuk here is talking about how in this land that they're going to take over and build, that there's going to be a wall, a stone that shall cry out of the wall. Let's move on. Let's move on. Leviticus 11 and 22. A lot of you guys have been knowing about this. I told you guys before. Even these of them ye may eat, the locust after his kind, the bald locust after his kind, the beetle after his kind, and the grasshopper after his kind. Now we got documentation, books from 1835 to 1860 that says and shows that our people were still eating grasshoppers at that time. Come on, man. Stop lying to yourself, bro. Stop lying. Anyway, let's enjoy this video. Check this out. I'm having fun, family.
Being married to a
do yourself a favor and do our friend a favor. Please hit the like and share. There's no charge for this shit here. It's all for our learning. The word of the Most High, our knowledge that belongs to us, that is on our DNA, shouldn't cost you a damn fucking thing, man. Y'all don't even understand that shit. It shouldn't cost you a thing. Why should our history cost to learn if we've been deprived from it for so many years? It makes no sense to me why people charge their own gente to make money. If you love your people, you would do it for free. You know what you would do? You work your ass off. You would work your ass off to maintain this channel, so to speak. You don't go around asking people for money. Doesn't work that way, man. But anyways, enjoy.
Mexican is not for the weak, okay? Being married to a Mexican is going to put some hairs on your chest because they're going to have you out here trying foods that you didn't even know existed. Going to have you out here trying things that you didn't even know could be a food, okay? For example, my husband and I, when we first moved into this house, mi cuñado just went to Monterrey, and when he came back, he brought my husband jars that look like this. Now, this isn't the jar, because said jar has left our house, but let me explain to you what I found in this jar, okay? So he brought jars like this, and when I said to my husband, what did he bring you? Curious sort of question. My husband goes, take a look. I pop open the jar lid, and what do I behold in said jar, you ask? I see not one, but many little crickets. Yes, you heard that right. You know the ones that sit outside in the moonlight and shake their little legs and make little weird noises? Crickets. All dead, covered in salt and chili. And I say to my husband, why? Like, on what planet did we get a lizard that I didn't know about that needed this cricket food? And he pops one in his mouth. As he's saying it to me, he goes, and I hear the crunch. The crunch almost sent me back, let me tell you, because the crunch was the same crunch as when you stand on the cricket outside. And I said, no, you didn't just do that. And he said, what? They're really good for you. They've got protein in them. Look, I'm all for it, okay? I'm all for the extra protein, but at some point we got to draw the bloody line.
I thought that was funny. Let's continue. Let's continue. I got a beautiful one, family, for you. So, in case you don't know, man, my beloved brothers and sisters, this is in the Bible too, right here. Hold on. Hey, let it play, bro. What the hell? Viva Mexico, cabrones! Look at that right there. Now, I know maybe some of you guys don't realize what this is, but I know it's a lot of you guys do. This is actually called tamarindo. And tamarindo is probably one of the most delicious fruits I think, any of us have ever enjoyed. You can eat it raw. You can boil it and then make water out of it like this. And you can use it in particular spice, like certain foods and shit. Man, this is the bomb. Now, it's mainly made or cultivated in Jalisco, Guerrero, and other places, right? So, its supposedly origin isn't from here, but its origin, they say, it's of the Middle East. And it's still cultivated in the Middle East. which I find it interesting that they still eat it over there and when we eat it here. Now, why do you think, why is that important? Why is that important, family? Well, because, I remember back in the day, maybe about a year and a half ago or two, I found this scripture here. And this is a scripture that just blows all BHIs out of the water, completely debunks every single concept that Christianity will ever bring. And this is why they can't explain Abraham. But I'm going to say something with you. There's a reason why the scriptures are in here. Because as soon as I saw this, my learning grew even more in abundance. I kid you not. Isaiah 51:1. Hearken to me, ye that follow after righteousness, ye that seek the Lord. Look unto the rock whence ye are hewn, and to the hole of the pit whence ye are digged. Now, in case you don't know, Abraham came out of the Ur of the Chaldees. I have a map of lineage that is going to show you from his forefathers where he started, where his forefathers were actually not keeping the laws of God. It all connects. Look unto Abraham, your father, and unto Sarah that bare you. For I called him alone and blessed him and increased him. Now, what does that have to do with tamarindo, you ask? Because it was our forefather. You see, a tamarindo, when you plant it, it's not for you. It's not for your generation. It takes a while for it to grow. It's for the coming generation. It's for the future. So Genesis 21:33. And it says here, and Abraham planted a grove in Beersheba and called there the name of the Lord everlasting God. Now, here, you don't see the tamarisk tree. So I'm going to take you to a couple translations so you can see. Here's one. Then Abraham planted a tamarisk tree in Beersheba and worshiped the Lord. Now, that's not the only place that we see a tamarisk tree. We also see it in 1 Samuel chapter 22 and verse 6. One day Saul was in Gilead, sitting under a tamarisk tree on a hill with spears in his hand, and all his officers were standing around him. Now, again, we're the ones that are eating chapulines. We are the ones that are loving tamarindo. We're the ones that eat ceviche, carne asada, unleavened bread. We're the ones that have fringes. Man, I got even a beautiful one for you guys too. You wobbles can hit the link any day. Any day. I'll pause my class just for your ass to step up. Prove me wrong. Show me that you are the people of this land. And then show me that you are the people of the Bible. And I will debunk both of that shit. That's how sure I am. You messing with my heritage. It's in my DNA. Can't take this shit from me, man. 1 Samuel 31:13. Then they took the bones and buried them under the tamarisk tree in towns and fasted for 7 days. Hold on a second. Hold on.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Now check this out. I got a really nice one for you. Okay, I got a really nice one for you. And a brother reminded me of it, so I thank you, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Let's go to 2 Chronicles, chapter 9, verse 21. It's going to blow your mind right here, all right? So it says here, 2 Chronicles, chapter 9, verse 21. Yeah, 21? Yeah, 21. You see here? Oh, sorry. 9:21 says here, for the king's ships went to Tarshish with the servants of Haran. Hold on a second. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it in blue letter because I'm going to show you a concordance. Concordance. Yeah, let me close some of these windows. Here goes right. So let's explore this one here, okay? For the king's ships went to Tarshish with the servants of Haran. Every 3 years, once came the ships of Tarshish, bringing gold, silver, ivory, and apes, and peacocks. Peacocks, you say, right? Peacocks. Okay. Wobbles, you tell me if this is you. Ain't nobody teaching me shit. This is spiritual stuff, man. H8500. What does it say? Peacock, baboon, I guess ape, right? Here we go.
Strong's H 8500. Tukiyim, Tukiyim, and second entry, Tukiyim, Tukiyim, and third entry, Tukiyim, Tukiyim. Strong's H 8500, Tukiyim, Tukiyim, and second entry, Tukiyim, Tukiyim, and third entry, Tukiyim, Tukiyim.
All right, I did it twice, so we don't miss a beat. Okay, don't miss a beat. Now, I got this interesting page, and I'm going to show you guys. So it means peacock, tukiyin, or tuki, right? Tukiyin. The yim is from the Yiddish shit, so don't feed too much into that. It's technically tuki. The yin is Yiddish, and that shit's fake. Yeah, I said it. Well, I said it. So what? I am Semitic. Damn it. Can't take shit there from me. Can't take that from me, man. Hold on a second, family. I'm going to show you this real quick. Tukim, right? Did I take a picture of it? Damn it, I know I did. Give me a second here. I didn't. I did. I know I did. Oh, I did. What? Hold on. I got you. Okay, so apparently and I was reading some material for you guys yesterday. The other class, not yesterday, the other class, right? And this was interesting. So remember what it says in regards to the word. Okay, one more time, please.
Strong's H 8500, Tukiyim, Tukiyim, and second entry,
excuse me,
Tukiyim, Tukiyim, and third entry, Tukiyim, Tukiyim. So
we see as Tuki, right? Tuki. Okay, check this out. This is from the book called Jews in America, History between 1492 and 1950. Let's read it from the top. Actually, we'll start where it says Columbus. Page 9, by the way. It says Columbus saw that the setting was not that anticipated one of the India, so they sailed on to Cuba. Here again, Luis de Torres went first because he was the interpreter, understood Hebrew, Chaldaic, and Arabic, and other languages as he had held the Spanish government. So we knew this, right? Supposedly they were looking for the Great Khan. Now we know this is total bullshit now, but check this out. The word Tuki. Instead of the Great Khan, Torres saw natives smoking tobacco. He also saw strange birds, which he called Tuki.
Oh, that's gonna hurt!
Tuki, like this one, here. Tuki, right? Remember, there's a Yiddish at the end.
Strong's H 8500, Tukiyim, Tukiyim, and second entry, Tukiyim, Tukiyim, and third entry, Tukiyim, Tukiyim.
So this word ended up becoming Turkey later on. He also saw strange birds, which he called Tuki, the Hebrew word for peacock. The word Tukiyim or Tuki. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right. Yeah, fam. Listen, sorry, man. I also have to go. My bad. Like I told you, the tough is a little tough tonight. Please, again, I hate to leave it this way because there's still some more I still have to share. At least like a page full of information. Not just we've proven a lot, right? But I also wanted to show you guys that we perceive the destruction of our people, just like in 2 Maccabees 5 talks about. I also wanted to show you that where they learned the name, how to pronounce the creator's name, they learned it here. They didn't learn it from nowhere else. And I have an actual book that shows that we were using that name, Yahoo. You get what I mean? Also regarding the confirming circumcision. At the same time, it talks about seeing crosses here. We kind of, have some kind of connection with that. At the same time,
other materials that talk about the Nahuatl people were people that live by rules. You get what I mean? So there's still some, a little bit more information that I want to show you. And then the pyramids, I kind of wanted to finish it with that. But again, I got to go. So my bad, fam. I will definitely continue. If I don't do it, I'm not going to do it Monday. I don't think so. I'm going to give myself some break. I'll probably do it Wednesday or Friday. Okay. So again, I will continue. We're not done. I'm going to name it differently, obviously. But and I'll just get to those points, man, because that stuff is fire. And also the games that we played here, very similar to the ones over there. So I let the material speak for itself. You know what I mean? I'll just let it speak for itself. That's all we have to do. We don't have to force information. It's easy, bro. This is easy work. Easy work. All right, fam. So you guys have a good night, man. Take care. I'm gonna play one song and I'm out.
Original, Canoa City on a production key on. Ribby them, ribby boy. Original from the world. Reggae music warrior them. Ay, yeah man. Representando el sonido callejero negro. Respect and love, more love. Hey, pure nigga, respect, bliss. Ya no hay camino que recorra tu pasado, tan solo cicatrices de batallas por ganar. El tiempo dice quién se quedará a tu lado y quién dará la vuelta para nunca regresar. Toda persona tiene su forma de amar, pero pocas con amor y solo queda soñar. Lo que daría por llenar este lugar con el tacto de una flor y la música del mar. Cuánto nada cuesta tanto como tener el cielo entre mis manos y no ver a quién se va. Canto ya se curó mi llanto, doy gracias a la vida por la familia y que solo de verdad. Tic tac suena el reloj y recuerdo que no debo perder el poco tiempo de ti. Ay, Kion, dispáralo, el resto lo pongo yo. Puro sonido de alegría en el blog. Ey, tic tac suena el reloj y recuerdo que no debo perder el poco tiempo de ti. Ay, Kion, dispáralo, el resto lo pongo yo. Puro sonido de alegría en el blog. Ey, Seishan, I call it with a connection, them. Original reggae music, que un estudio presidente. Háblame de amor, pensamiento que no tienes, mujer. Y eso solo lo sé yo, que no me diste ni un día de placer. Y pide, muévelo, muévelo, muévelo. El sonido en la party, tremendo campeón. Y dice, muévelo, muévelo, muévelo. Original Abon y dice, voy navegando por el mundo. Dame solo un segundo y te muestro quién soy. El mensaje más profundo, con el papel me fundo y chilla root boy. Caminando por el mundo, dame solo un segundo y te muestro quién soy, boy. Reggae music dance, I roll them. Cali with zone, Cali with them, Cali with forever, key on for president. Warrior, original of them. Hey, y dice, ¿cómo voy? Navegando por el mundo, dame solo un segundo y te muestro quién soy. El mensaje más profundo, con el papel me fundo y chilla root boy. Caminando por el mundo, dame solo un segundo y te muestro quién soy. El mensaje más profundo de Cali with them, original fire music warrior. Que un estudio original, them, original, please.
Ical, hijo, abre los ojos. Tu cuerpo se queda con nosotros, pero tu espíritu debe seguir. Busca la luz. Aléjate de las sombras. Deja que nuestro dolor sea tu fuerza. Desde aquí iluminamos tu camino. Lucha como nosotros ante esta pena tan grande. Yo soy tú. Tú eres yo. La muerte que hoy nos separa, mañana volverá a unirnos. Eres libre, hijo.